I'm gonna be doing texting and driving again, but this time switch up the pattern. This time pick the effect to cause, where it begins with the discussion of the consequences and then proceeds to explain how those consequences came about. The first part of the laws governing texting while driving vary from state to state. However, punishment for texting while driving, for the most part, is basically the combination of the following different consequences. There's monetary fines. These can range from as low as $20 up to $500, just depending on the state. And there's criminal charges. In some states, texting while driving can result in criminal misdemeanor charges, Class B or Class C. There's jail or prison time. This is whenever the offense was, if the offense has resulted in bodily injury to another driver, jail or prison time may be imposed. You can also get a felony from that. The severity of the punishment increases with repeat offenses. So if you get caught texting driving over and over, if you get caught texting one time, you might have to pay a $50 fine, but if you get caught again, they might make you pay $100, or do it again, maybe another $500. Right. Another thing is the judge even has a say on that. If you get caught, you might get a fine one time, but the second time you might have to go do some jail time. Or if you do it again, the judge might just give you a longer sentence. Some more consequences are points on driving record, which is you get caught texting and driving, you get a ticket or whatever, you get points on your driving record. If you accumulate so many of those points, then another consequence is you can get a suspension or revocation of the driving privileges, which is basically they're going to take away your license, suspend your license, something of that nature, and you won't be able to drive legally. They can make you do mandatory road safety classes, which if they don't think you know the laws or they don't think you can drive without texting, they can make you take classes, and they're pretty long. They're not that fun. I haven't learned from experience, but my dad's a state trooper, and he says that it's not worth it. Another thing is you can get vehicle impoundment, especially if you hit someone. If you hit someone, they're more likely going to take your car and impound it. That's very serious if you hit someone. Now, various cities around Texas are passing bills and ordinances banning texting and driving. Like an ordinance was passed in San Antonio a few weeks ago, and it will prohibit drivers from holding their cell phones while driving. You can't even have it in your hand, or if you get seen, you get a ticket. It'll allow drivers to dial and receive calls, provided that the calls are answered with a Bluetooth device. Another city is the city of Austin has also went out against the use of cell phones, but they're more strict on it than Texas or San Antonio is. Along with banning the use of cell phones, they're also banning navigation systems, digital music players, and other portable electronics while driving. It'll become illegal in Austin, and it went into effect January 1st of this year. So, along with having a phone in your hand, you can't have a phone in your hand, so that way you can't text, you can't have a music player, which would be like an iPod, and you can't have different little navigation systems that could distract you while you're driving. In the US, it has been shown that using a cell phone while driving increases your risk of crashing four times more likely. So far, 44 US states have banned text messages for all drivers, and 12 states have prohibited all drivers from using handheld cell phones while driving. And the state of Texas is moving further and getting rid of texting and driving.